Prime Minister emphasized the necessity of boosting trade cooperation between Bangladesh and Brazil. Dense fog across the country. Chuadanga and Jeshore has dropped at 2.7.8 degrees Celsius. And EC will talk to the government so that the NID activities do not go to the Ministry of Home Affairs. Assalamu alaikum, welcome to myTV News. I'm Fawzia Roshan with you in the newsroom today. We are still watching the headlines and I'm going to the details. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina today emphasized the necessity of boosting trade cooperation between Bangladesh and Brazil as there is a huge prospect of expansion of trade and businesses between the two countries. She made the remarks when Brazilian ambassador to Bangladesh, Paulo Fernando Dias Faras, paid a courtesy call on her at Gonu Bhavan. Meanwhile, the ambassador assured that Brazil will continue all kinds of cooperation, including food supply to Bangladesh despite the Russia-Ukraine war and the corona epidemic. Also, various issues related to the interests of the two countries were discussed. Dense fog and the severity of winter are on the rise across the country. Cold wave is disrupting the daily chores of capital life. Freezing mild fog blanketed the surrounding areas from midnight. The sun appeared as the day progressed, but the cold remained on the other hand. Due to the increase in the intensity of fog and winter, the daily wage earners of the country are in the most trouble. Meanwhile, the minimum temperature in Chuadanga and Jeshore has dropped to 7.8 degrees Celsius. On the other hand, 8 flights could not land at Dhaka's Hazrat Shah Jalan International Airport due to thick fog. 7 of these flights attempted to land but diverted to Kolkata Airport in India due to fog. The other flight is sent back to Malaysia. Awami League General Secretary Obadul Kader has called upon all the political parties in the spirit of the liberation war to unite ahead of the elections so that militancy and communal forces cannot come to power. He made this call at the triennial conference of Jatiya Party JP at the Institute of Engineers in the capital. Obadul Kader said, "Good people don't want to come into politics and corrupt politicians are running politics with that opportunity." The Awami League General Secretary also said that a strong opposition party is needed for politics. There is no alternative to the implementation of the 27-point demand of the BNP to bring the country out of a deep crisis, says Amit Khosru Mohammed Chaudhry, a member of the BNP Standing Committee. He said this in an event at the National Press Club today. He also said the people of Bangladesh want back their voting rights, security of life, rule of law, and rights to ownership. The Election Commission will talk to the government so that the NID activities do not go to the Ministry of Home Affairs, says Election Commissioner Muhammad Alamgir. He said this to the reporters after meeting with eminent and technical people on NID issue in the morning today. Later, Election Commissioner Rashida Sultana said that the Commission will take a decision by talking to the government to conduct the next election properly. The Appellate Division of the Supreme Court has upheld a High Court order that on January 3rd granted 6-month interim bail to BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir and its Standing Committee member Mirza Abbas in the case filed over Neapolitan clashes. The Apex Court also withdrew its chamber judge's order that on January 3rd asked the counsels for Fakhrul and Abbas not to furnish the bail bonds for them before the lower court concerned till January 8. In the morning, a 4-judge appellate bench headed by Chief Justice Hassan Faiz Siddiqui passed the order. Besides, senior lawyer Advocate Zainul Abidin heard on behalf of BNP leaders in the court. Attorney General A.M. Aminuddin heard for the set. Court has granted bail to Amanullah Bushra in the death case of Buet student Fardin Noor Porosh. In the afternoon, Dhaka's 7th Additional Metropolitan Sessions Judge Tensin Iftikhar ordered her bail pending the submission of the investigation report. Earlier, the hearing on Bushra's bail ended at noon on January 5. Senior lawyers Mukhleshur Rahman Badul, Abdur Rahman Hauladar held a bail hearing on behalf of the accused. Advocate Shamim Hassan opposed the bail from the prosecution. Fardin's father, Noor Uddin Rana, was present in the court during the hearing. Viewers, now international news. U.S. President Joe Biden praised the progress of Bangladesh's economic growth. He said that the U.S. administration will work to increase bilateral relations between Dhaka and Washington. The U.S. President said this in a written speech while accepting the credentials of the newly appointed ambassador of Bangladesh to the United States, Mohammad Imran. The Bangladesh embassy in Washington gave this information in a circular today. According to the embassy, recently, during the official presentation of the identity card of the U.S. President at the White House, the President, Mohammad Ambassador Imran, congratulated Abdul Hamid and Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. A swift evaluation as the whole world is confused due to the variants created one after another, changing from after a few days of coronavirus. Health experts say that this new type of coronavirus may spread to the whole of Europe this winter after silent violence in several countries including China and the United States. On Saturday, Switzerland's University of Basel Professor Richard Neher and Germany's epidemiologist Professor Hayo Zieb told the media that the new variant of Omicron is a threat to the whole of Europe, including Germany, just as it has rampant in the northeastern United States. Due to this new variant of corona, anxiety is increasing among locals and expatriates. As a result, experts have advised to be extremely cautious along with taking booster dose. At least 17 people were killed in a road accident in eastern China's Jingxi province and 22 others were injured. The country's state media gave this information as a road accident occurred in the province's Nachang County just before 1 a.m. local time on Saturday. The accused of the accident is being thoroughly investigated. However, about an hour after the news broke, the Nachang County Traffic Police issued a travel advisory for drivers. According to the guidance, foggy weather is prevailing in the area. Visibility is reduced due to fog. Due to this, road accidents can easily happen. Viewers, now news on sports. In the third round of the English FA Cup football, the two giants Manchester City and Chelsea will face each other in a high-voltage match. Manchester City is ahead of Chelsea in the statistics of the two teams. The citizens have won 4 of their last 5 appearances. These two teams met last Friday in the Premier League as well. Manchester City beat Chelsea by 1-0. On the other hand, Chelsea has not been in a good mood recently, so the Blues wants to turn around in this match against Citizens. The match will start at 10:30 p.m. Bangladesh time at Etihad Stadium today. Viewers, about to the end of the headlines once again. Prime Minister emphasized the necessity of boosting trade cooperation between Bangladesh and Brazil. Dense fog across the country. Chuadanga and Jeshore has dropped to 7.8 degrees Celsius. EC will talk to the government so that the NAD activities do not go to the Ministry of Home Affairs. US President Joe Biden praised the progress of Bangladesh's economic growth. And Manchester City and Chelsea will face each other in a FA Cup football tonight. That's all from our newsroom for now. Thanks for being with us. To join with Mytv News online, visit YouTube/mytvbd news, and to watch all our programs, visit YouTube/mytvbangla, Facebook/mytvbangla. Our next bulletin will be telecast in Bangla at 7:30 p.m. Don't forget to join with us. Till then, stay connected. Allah Hafiz.